need to keep it connected to my phone. Oops. Okay, my watch is ready. My watch is ready. The first day, yeah. It's, yeah.
Like your watch?
Yeah. I'm gonna need to retrain it though. Alright, really need to use it. Audio testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. How's it here? Clock. Hey guys, what's up? It's James Buench here. And welcome to the Midday Check-in 646 forecast. So, if we can hear this. One finger left, yeah. We'll do this. Hi, good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for just starting your day with us. And let's go ahead and do the forecast. For now, let's see, I'm gonna need the clock to see this. So 6:38. Let's jump to meeting. Because I know you're about to watch. This morning we're pretty nice. But
Zach, just be careful.
to get yourself ready and go to your podcast. Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. We have a lot of good stories to tell you about this hour. But first, let's jump into meeting to Scott Haney. Scott, what do you have? I feel like this one. I feel like this one. It's like a roller coaster. Do you? Hold on, we need to do one more thing. So one more rain, please. Sorry. This has been a difficult.
72 degrees by next week.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, but we got to get there first. Winter weather advisory in effect for Hartford, Talon, Wyndham, and Litchfield late tonight through early tomorrow morning. Not for the shoreline. Temperatures there will remain above the freezing mark, but throughout the day today, we're going to start to see that fog that we got out there this morning that could be freezing on contact. Just be careful this morning. It's not a widespread issue, but I just want to throw it out there. The clouds are going to increase, and then by 8, 9 o'clock, we're expecting rain in the state. Now, that rain will eventually change over to an icy mix in inland Connecticut after 5 p.m., and then that's going to lead to slick conditions and travel for tomorrow morning's commute. Tomorrow is a first alert weather day. Let's take a look at the ice accretion. This is just not good. A glaze to 0.2 of an inch, particularly in northwest Connecticut and parts of northeast Connecticut, right up against the Mass border. Notice nothing for the shoreline, but in inland Connecticut, this could be a real problem for tomorrow morning. In the meantime, our first alert live radar is dry, but we're just hours away from getting some rain here. Visibility, it's not horrendous, but it's also not great. We're at 4, 5, 6, 7. So just keep that in mind that there is some reduced visibility out there this morning. As we move through the day today, temperatures significantly cooler than yesterday. It got to 60 degrees in Tallinn yesterday. It was remarkable. It was a beautiful day. Temperatures today only in the upper 30s, low 40s with that rain on the way. That's going to change over to that mix tonight into very early tomorrow morning. I'll be back with your 7-day forecast coming up in just a bit. 4:33 is now the
Okay, well, before we get to Kate winning the trial, sorry for that 4:30 update. What I want you to know about some closings. There are no closings anywhere. Just really not. Is actually tomorrow weather alert? I think so. I think tomorrow is a 22 Storm Team weather alert because of the threat of. And tomorrow we are, but today we already have one quote. That is actually because of a mechanical issue. Connecticut State Capitol is closed today due to a mechanical issue. All after school programs are canceled. Alright. 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 Are you getting ready?
Yes.
Bobby. So I'm gonna turn this off because I do not, and I repeat, I do not want to see me be naked. Where am I?
And then, of course, I'm trying to, train myself to think, oh, I was going to get his suspenders, which were right here.
Oh, and by the way, let's take a look at the forecast.
All right, let's go.
Thursday morning, time now at 6:43.
Here's Christmas Atkins.
Storm team weather alert in effect because we do expect some wintry precipitation, freezing rain, sleet, even maybe a little bit of some snow as we go towards this evening and for tonight. Right now, Westfield is dry, it's cloudy, same thing for Chicopee as well. There could be some very isolated areas of a little patchy fog out there this morning, so heads up on that.
When you finally discover that perfect vacation, give into it.
It's a Kissimmee thing.
A place where plans get bigger. Welcome to more than special. Kissimmee, the big bold heart of Florida.
But it's not really until late this afternoon going into the evening as colder air works its way in.
You should just dress yourself from
some
now
of that
I'm
frozen precipitation. So got a light breeze out there for now, and temperatures up and down the valley.
No, we're not getting a
25
blizzard.
Northampton 25, Springfield 27. is the temperature in Westfield. As we go throughout the rest of the day, the Storm Team Daycast here. We're going to hold on to a cloudy sky early. As I mentioned, we'll start to see our first showers around 9, 10 o'clock this morning. Mostly just some plain rain during the first half of the afternoon. Once we get around and after 3 p.m., we will start to see those temperatures drop quite a bit. And we will see those mixed precipitation of some freezing rain, sleet, and even some snow come in as we go into this evening and for tonight. So that is the top of the Twin Cities Storm Team forecast focus, is that rain changing to some freezing rain heading into this evening. We will see that wintry mix of freezing rain, sleet, and snow for tonight into early tomorrow morning. And then going into the weekend, rain showers on Saturday. I think Sunday's definitely the pick of the upcoming weekend. It looks to be nice and dry. And temperatures mostly in the 50s. Right now, mostly dry out there. You can see that there is some moisture starting to show up here on radar off to our west. Mostly just plain rain across Pennsylvania, down through New York City and Long Island. That'll be our weather over the next few hours on the Twin Cities Storm Team Skycast. 7 o'clock this morning, cloudy and dry. Notice here by 9 a.m. we start to bring in our first showers into the lower valley, mostly Hampden County. But as we go through time, it slowly works to the north. Around noon, some showers around Northampton. And then notice here by around 3 p.m., we're mostly rain here in the valley, but up around Orange, Greenfield, Northfield, even in the hills. That pink shading is some freezing rain that starts to fall. And then as time goes on, that freezing line, 32-degree line, starts to drop south. Here we are around 6 p.m. here. You can see all this pink is some freezing rain and sleet, and a little bit of blue starts to show up around Greenfield as we go into the evening. There could be some wet snow that starts to mix in. And as temperatures continue to drop, notice that we do transition to a little bit of wet snow around Northampton, up through Greenfield, Orange, New Salem, and then down in the lower valley, Hampden County, back into the Berkshires, some freezing rain and sleet. So a mix of some ice and some snow as we go through tonight. And then as we go into tomorrow morning, 5 a.m., still some snow in some spots, lower valley along the Connecticut state line, holding on to that ice. And then it's out of here by around 9, 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. So in terms of snowfall accumulation, our latest morning model guidance just came out. And it did try to just a tad a little colder. So if you're right along the Vermont state line here, that's where you could squeeze out maybe a few inches of some snow. I think for a lot of spots in Northampton, up through Greenfield, even around Belchertown and New Salem, a coating to 2 inches of some snow. Not expecting much snow here in the lower valley, but slim to nothing. Other words, though, ice is going to be the bigger concern with this. The other morning, we did see that ice. I think it's going to be pretty similar to that.
This needs to be taken more seriously. There's 6 inches of snow.
Back in the Berkshires and the hill towns, there could be up to a quarter inch of ice. Can't be ruled out. So for today, temperature 38 to 42. Rain changing to freezing rain as we go through this evening and for tonight. We will see that wintry mix of freezing rain, sleet, and snow for tonight, 28 to 34 degrees. For the rest of the Pacific Storm Team 7-day forecast here, got that mix in the morning tomorrow. It's over by around 10 a.m. I think much of Friday is dry. Chance for a few rain showers on Saturday.
All right, good morning, everyone. 6:47 heading out the door right now. We're off to a pretty good start here. Now, obviously, you're going to want to take your time as soon as it starts raining here across the state. You'll need to slow it down, get those headlights on. If the windshield wipers are going, you know the drill. But again, right now, moving along, no issues out there, no crashes, no construction, and those drive times looking pretty typical. Let's quick check at your Connecticut Chevy First Alert traffic report driven by your Connecticut Chevy dealers.
All right, today you could learn more about plans to help move traffic faster on a busy stretch of highway. Transportation officials hosting a public meeting on a proposal for flex lanes between exits 3 and 7 on I-84 in Danbury. Now, the flex lane would only be open during peak travel times or if there's an accident. State officials say this is faster and less expensive than plans to make the highway wider. The hearing starts at 5:30 tonight at St. Joseph Church Hall on Main Street. Well, new this morning, 12 people allegedly involved in a rigged poker game that included both NBA players and the mafia are expected to take plea deals. So you may remember this case. NBA Hall of Famer Chauncey Billups was among the people arrested in it. We're told he is not expected to take a plea deal and has previously pleaded not guilty. Still not clear exactly which people are taking the plea deals. We do expect to learn more in the next few days. And this morning, legendary college football coach Lou Holtz passed away at the age of 89. He spent 33 seasons coaching coaching across 6 schools and is best known for his time at Notre Dame. He was the last coach to lead the Fighting Irish to a national championship in 1988. He also spent 1 year in the NFL with the New York Jets. Well, this morning, President Trump says he'll soon make an endorsement in a highly watched Senate race in Texas. Incumbent Senator John Cornyn and State Attorney General Ken Paxton
this is another one of President Trump's
runoff election in the Republican primary. The race is already the most expensive Senate primary in history and set records for people.
Not like we can, do an article about it.
Outpick should drop out of the race. Some interesting news for your health this morning. New analysis shows GLP-1 drugs can help prevent some substance abuse disorders. Diabetes patients who were treated with GLP-1 drugs were less likely to develop addictions to alcohol, nicotine, and opioids. The report suggests the medications could target the source of cravings that impacts people with substance abuse disorders as well. Researchers want to be clear here. The analysis does not prove that just yet.
Big news for New England Patriots fans this morning. The team has told wide receiver Stephon Diggs that he will be released next week. The Patriots have to wait until at least next Wednesday to cut him because of NFL rules. Diggs led the team with 85 catches for more than 1,000 yards last season.
Coming up, growing calls for justice in Hartford after police say one of their officers killed men holding knives in separate mental health calls. The changes their families are pushing for.
Taking a live look here at our iCam in Old Saybrook. Some wet weather expected today, and you need to be ready for the first alert weather day tomorrow as well. Meteorologist Scott Haney keeping track of everything, and he's ranking the day on the Scott scale and under.
When you finally discover that perfect vacation, give into it.
It's a Kissimmee thing.
A place
News reporter Nick Antonakis is live in Westfield with what happened at a public hearing yesterday as the deadline.
Let's go to Nick Antonakis, who's live for a brand re-injury process in Springfield.
Haley, Julia, that facility is set to open at the end of April, right here on Southampton Road in Westfield. But there was some pushback last night at a public hearing with some heated arguments on both sides. They want to create a facility here that serves around 40 people transitioning out of prison and back into the community. That's a nonprofit, Community Resources for Justice, otherwise known as CRJ. They're the ones that are leasing this building for 5 years. Inmates will be offered opportunities and services like housing, job training, and education to help them establish themselves once they're out. Some Westfield residents are upset about this, saying the facility is close to schools and neighborhoods, and are arguing that it wouldn't be safe. It's up to the state's Department of Correction and Parole to determine who is eligible for the program, and CRJ officials added that sex offenders won't be in the facility. They say that security is their top priority. CRJ says that they're continuing to...
Oh, it's 25 degrees, so I don't need my coat. I can just use my sweatshirt.
No, you need both.
Definitely heard.
Well, I'll now need to be using my own.
All right, thank
I'm
you,
gonna
Nick.
need to
And
use it at
Apple
9 a.m.
Police
once.
have identified the
Go ahead,
victim
I'm
of the deadly
predicting it
shooting
away.
on Barton Street last week. 53-year-old Edwin Rodriguez was shot at a home the morning of February 25th. The Hampton DA's office says Rodriguez died after being taken to Bay State Medical Center. As Springfield police continue to investigate, they ask anyone with information to contact them. And Springfield police are asking for help finding a missing teen.
Let's go to the first alert, Scott scale. And today is a 2 on the Scott scale. That's not so good. A mess. See right there? 2 on the Scott scale. Although it's such pixelated. See. Well, we can get a better look of it upstairs. Oh, before we do that.
In a major roadway in Franklin County.
And the final. Where is it? This one. And it's... What else do we have for traffic? Cameron Francis. Oh, yes, I know him.
Very latest on the tomorrow morning's commute. But again, looking across the state right now, we're nice and quiet, no crashes to tell you about. Let's get to those drive times where you head to work or bring the kids to school. Some normal delays now through Fairfield County. Let's quick check your Connecticut Chevy First Alert traffic report driven by your Connecticut Chevy dealers.
Right now, the stories we'll be staying on top of for you today, including what comes next in Hartford after officers shot and killed 2 men during separate mental health calls.
So there are now calls to create a better system to help officers respond to those types of emergencies. Police say they shouldn't be the ones responding to mental health calls.
Big news for drivers in New Haven. You can expect delays on part of State Street today. This is a live look at where those delays are expected right between Chapel and Elm.
The road will be alternating lanes here of one-way traffic between 9 this morning and 2 this afternoon. Construction crews are working on a housing project in that area.
Tyler's going to have a little bit more on this first alert weather day for tonight through tomorrow morning, coming up a little bit later. And just minutes on the wax, and it's an important forecast, the one that you're going to want to pay attention to.
Yeah.
Get a little sick. So we have decided to go on the air tomorrow at 4 a.m. just to give you a little heads up, give you an early start, and to make sure that we all get here safely.
Yeah.
Any problems, I want you to call me.
Absolutely.
I'll come get you.
Okay.
Not really. But nonetheless, we are going to be dealing with a little bit of trouble tonight through tomorrow morning, particularly in inland Connecticut, northwest, northeast, the hills there especially, could get a little icy and dicey. But at there right now, we're not doing too bad. We've got mostly cloudy skies. There is rain in Fairfield County, and it's moving in our direction.
All right, we're going to keep you up to date on WFSB Plus at 7 and 8. Everything you need to know about that First Alert Weather Day coming up tomorrow.
Okay, so if you're streaming, stay right where you are. If you're watching on cable, you can switch on over to the wax.
Let's see what's on radio right now.
Included in Massachusetts, to where right on schedule, many people were already unaware that there was one of these congestion pricing bills making its way through Bacon Hills.
Bacon Hill?
Of up to 1/2 of an inch. Not as cool.
Up to 1/2 an inch?
Northeast wind.
No.
Backed by real science. Treatments that take the tiny, powerful healing tools inside your body already and concentrate them right where you need relief.
No. I am not gonna allow any copyright on this. I'm not gonna. Any